All right, we're live. Okay, we're live. Welcome to Rick's Life as I See It, a 1 hour talk show about guns, politics, and anything that crosses my mind. Also, answer questions from the listeners. Either put them in the chat or send me an email at rickslifeasiseeit@gmail.com. And I have at a panel right now, I've got the one and only Night Strike. How you doing?
What up?
And I got some more invites out there. They'll be showing up, hopefully.
Slackers.
So we got Grim is in the chat. Looks like Ohio's in there. Scott, Patriot. I think that's who's in there. I can't see anybody over in YouTube. But so we're on gun channels, YouTube, and hopefully everything else. Anyway, as you can see, somebody sent me an email, a message saying I should start titling my chats instead of just going like which number it is. I actually give it a title. So this one I did. If you see it says accuracy and HR 38 and some other stuff on there. Well, HR, I'm going to start off. I want to mention last week, great show, people. It really was. And I still have no sponsors. So if anybody wants to sponsor me, feel free. You can either give me money or give me free goods. Either way. I'm not fussy. Oh, yeah. Before we start, well, I'm waiting to see if everybody's else in here yet.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah. What am I holding on for?
No, you're. Oh, it's processing. But no, it's an excerpt from last week.
Oh. All right. Travis in the room. Good to hear you. Raphael, how you doing? All right. Gonna do the quiz, the email quiz from last week.
Who won?
Well, I got my little program right here. What I do with it? I got a program that does it for me. Now we only had about 5 entries, but they were all correct. So I got this program that I put the emails in, and I push the button, and it randomly picks a winner. So I'm doing it right now. They're all in there. Hit the button. And the winner is Ghost Tactical.
What?
Yeah, Ghost Tactical's the winner. And the actual question, if anybody wants to, let me bring that up. The question was, the Bren gun was a British Army standard LMG during the Second World War, but it was never a British design. What was it modeled on? It was modeled on the what was it? The
ZBG 33.
Yes, which was a variant of the ZBV-26. So, either one of those answers was correct, according to this.
Well,
so, yeah,
it's a Czech gun, technically.
Yeah, basically.
So,
yeah, all the British did was slightly alter the appearance of it.
They licensed it.
Yeah. So.
Oh, that was a good licensing, though.
Yeah, it was. So that's the answer, and Ghost Tactical is the winner of the deck of cards.
Out of the 2 Allied light machine guns.
I sent him an invite for the show, but he hasn't shown up. But I have to let him know he won. And we'll be having another quiz at the end of the show, in the last few minutes of the hour. So stay tuned for another one. And I'll have the quick quiz halfway through the show for the pack of the little pistol here. I still got a few more left. I got to figure out what I'm going to do when I run out of gifts. That's why I'm waiting for a sponsor. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be big. Stuff I can just give away will work.
You could start handing out IOUs.
Yeah. I don't want to start using my patches that I got on the thing here.
Well, once I get my stickers, I'll let you know if they were any good or not. Maybe you could get a couple stickers because I got like a pack of 60 made for like $20.
Yeah, that I appreciate. Yeah, that would work. That would work. Oh, I know what I wanted to say to G Webbs. I should have invited him, but I didn't. Well, he never shows up when I do it. I mean, I've sent him. He only ever showed up for the first two I ever had.
Yeah.
You know? But I was watching. I recorded it. I don't know if you ever watched it. That show. Oh, what was it called? That Sill one that's on TV. I think the name of it now. Damn it! It's on regular TV.
Yeah, I don't watch it either.
About the Sill unit. Anyway, last week's one. I can't think of the name of it right now off the top of my head. But what made me think of G was at the end of it, they were in China, and they had to get a Russian was escaping. The plane crashed in Russia. They went in to get him, and they couldn't, and they couldn't had to do it before the Chinese found out. But the Russian equivalent to the SEALs were trying to find him too. And at the very end, they shut off these lights to blind them because they were wearing night vision and stuff. And they were 250 yards from the border. So they go, and all these lights are going off, and they're running. And when they get right past the light, one of them turns around, holds up his gun, and goes, "Wolverines!" Made me think, gee, where people say, "What the hell is that?" And they go, "Haven't you ever watched it?" You know,
haven't you ever watched Red Dawn? What the hell, people?
Yeah, that's what he said. You know, so I thought it was funny. It made me think of G Webbs because I know. Hey, 2 Live Moves on YouTube. How you doing? All right. Okay, that was that.
Hey, Rick.
Yes.
Can we back up a second on the ZBG-33?
Yes.
Out of the 2 World War II light machine guns that I want, the ZBG-33 or the Bren and the Browning automatic rifle are my favorites.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, but to get one, I mean...
To get one, they're expensive these days unless you want a semi-auto.
Oh, yeah.
And even the semi-autos, you're still looking at probably a couple thousand, even for the semi-autos.
Yeah. Now, here's a question for you. Since, the 30s when they brought in that and banned machine guns, and machine guns today are thousands. I mean,
that was 86. They banned them.
I mean, they're worth thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Say they unbanned them. I'm wondering if sort of like collectors would try to stop that because of the amount of money they got invested in them.
Yeah, well,
all of a sudden their money would be boom gone.
Okay, this reminds me of a conversation we had a while back with Brandon. Brandon's another Gun Channels member. He worked at a local shop and where he was at, and basically a couple guys came in and said, "I really hope that these Republicans don't try and get rid of the NFA or unban or take down the Hughes Amendment because." A lot of the people that have machine guns, some of them, a good number of them, aren't using them as machine guns. They're using them as display pieces, as investments, instead of as what they are, machine guns. They're just holding on to them for the value. And if the Hughes Amendment goes away, they'll be pissed off because they don't want everybody to have machine guns because that means their investment goes to shit. And I'll be honest, if you're buying machine guns to invest in and never using it, never doing anything with it, you should go do something else because you're wasting your money. I don't agree with that line of thinking, but apparently there are people out there that do.
Yes.
And they're doing it. And I don't support it. And I swear to God, don't support anyone or even associate with anyone that does that, that wants you to have your rights, taken away from you. You don't want to support someone like that because they're not a Second Amendment supporter. They're more or less just a greedy miser.
Yeah, I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. But I'm saying that could be you know.
It's totally possible because they have because the people that have these guns are either have spent almost their entire fortune on it, you know, for some of for some of the more common people, you know, the middle class, and then there are those that have millions of dollars and are rich millionaires and billionaires that have them, and they literally want it to be the haves and the have-nots.
Yeah.
And I don't agree with society like that. Granted, it's going to happen. Yes, I realize that. But quite honestly, we're talking about the Second Amendment here. This is a Second Amendment issue. And the fact is that we have people that, you know, are abusing the Second Amendment just to invest in, you know, machine guns. You know, granted, it's a poor investment, but it's still an investment.
You're right. You're right. And they have the money to fight it, you know.
Yeah, they have the money to fight it, so it's literally going to take this, you know, a bunch of us, you know, I hate to use this term, but a bunch of us normal people to band together to fight, you know, there are millions and billions of dollars in case it comes down to that, which quite honestly, I don't think we'll ever get our rights back because remember, we can't even get national reciprocity or national constitutional carry in this country. You know, we lost that. And unfortunately, I doubt we're going to be able to get machine guns back easily.
Yeah. Look who jumped in my lap.
Yeah. You know, because you know what do they say in Australia? A right lost can never be regained.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I said HR 38 is one of my topics, and I noticed over the last few days it's been, especially here on gun channels, it's been talked to death. You know, and like anything else, it's hard to excuse the damn cat.
Excuse the cat.
This is Peanut. This is one of my Maine Coons. This is the small one.
Small? That guy's huge.
Yeah, yeah. He's about 11 years old, this one.
He's an old boy.
Yeah, yeah. So he wants to walk across the keyboard, and I'm not going to let him. Because it more than likely disconnect me. So down you get. Come on. There you go. Sorry about that, guys. But I think Ralph might like it because I think he's a cat guy.
Yeah, I'm a cat guy too. I've got a cat.
Yeah. So
my cat begs when I'm at the table eating food.
Yeah, well, mine does. These do too. These do too. He's sitting right here down beside me here. He more like try to jump up again. Okay. I said if he talked to death, a lot of people, how can I say it? They hear us talk, you know, they read stuff, you know, then they form their opinion. I mean, I'm guilty of doing that too, but for the last few days, I've sat and actually read them. Right? I read HR 38, and it's a great bill the way it's written. Right?
Without the Nick stuff, it's great.
Now, the Nick stuff, I read the Nick stuff, right? And I read it, and I reread it, and I've listened to people, and I've read other stuff online. So, I mean, I'm getting myself confused. But I still believe the way I read it, they haven't added any extra agencies or anything. Basically, what it comes down to, the way I interpret it, so this is where I could be wrong, I've read it, I've interpreted it, all they've done was the people who supply the information into it, right, hasn't changed. All they've done was they've given them a penalty if they don't and an incentive if they do. And they're going to give them, and if they're having trouble doing it, they've granted them money to do it. That's where all that money is. That's the way I interpret it, but I could be wrong. But that's all I'm going to say on it. And the next thing I want to mention real quick is our buddy, our winner, Ghost Tactical, keeps going on about what's called it, HR 645.
Well, hold on. No. Don't go after him. Don't. No,
I'm not going after him.
645 is just HR 38 copied and taken out is just by itself without the fix Nick stuff in there because
well, no, hey, what you call it? I'm gonna put it in the. Oh damn! I lost my thing now. And I put it in the Gun Channels chat. This is the link to it. I think that's a link to it. Yeah. And to me, it's not what you guys are saying. Now, as of this morning, I was notified because from Congress, I have the thing from Congress on HR 38. It has been read twice in the Senate, and now it's gone to the committee.
Yeah. Where it'll die.
That's HR 38. That's the combined bill. This one, 645, is not even mentioned. And if you read it, I don't think it's going there. The way you know what I'm saying? I think it's just an internal thing. I could be totally wrong. I could have misinterpreted it.
Well, let me.
You know?
A good place to find information on bills is GovTrack. There's a couple other places where, they actually have Congress has the bills online as well at congress.gov.
Yeah.
So you can see where it's going.
Yeah. I get, let's see, where did I get, did I keep it or did I delete it? No, I deleted it. I get a text nearly every morning from I think it's congress.gov or something.
Yeah, it's congress.gov.
Yeah. And I get it, and it's normally a day. It's always a day late. I mean, like when 38 passed, it didn't show. I didn't get the text until the next day, because I guess they update all the information on there overnight. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, that's all I'm going to say on it because I think it's been beaten to death, and what I'm saying is so many different versions are going around. Nobody, I don't know who to believe anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to wait and see what happens. That's all I can say. And as you know, everybody's heard me say this up here in the Northeast, it would be a godsend to have national reciprocity.
It would. It would.
I mean, I would love to see it because I don't want to keep forking out money to keep my things going. And if it doesn't pass, if it doesn't pass, I'm going to have to
move.
Yeah, basically.
Well, you're going to have to move anyways because your state's not getting any better.
No, it's not. It's not. I mean, they got some weird stuff sitting in, ready to be put into the state in January. Anti-gun.
But the problem isn't even just your state. It's like the whole Northeast. They decided to just become what, mini California?
Yeah. Yeah, but then we've got Maine, is it New Hampshire or Vermont? They're constitutional carry. They're part of New England too, but they're sort of like they're up at the very top, and it's like nobody else, rest of New England doesn't recognize them or something. Well, especially Massachusetts doesn't. When people think of New England, I think they think of Massachusetts.
I find it ironic that, the state where the shot heard around the world happened is the most stringent on guns to the people when that's where the revolution started.
I know.
The revolution started there to keep our guns, to keep what we had.
Yeah, that's right.
Apparently the state government decides you can't have what you have.
Yeah.
You can only have what we say you have. I'm not surprised the people of Connecticut don't go and revolt, because of it.
Yeah, I mean, what I'm saying is because like Massachusetts, I mean that was how
Connecticut or Massachusetts
went around the world. I mean, that's how it all started. The British Army went to confiscate guns, and that's how it all started. And look at them now. You can barely get a gun up there. You
can't get what you want over there anymore.
Oh no. But it goes back again. I don't think we should have to have a license, but since we got to have one, Let me just have one for the whole goddamn country. You know? Okay, now back to my. That's enough I'm going to say on that, because as I said, we talked it to death, I think, this week. Next one, this one should be a good topic, I think. And my thing, accuracy. You know, I laugh when I hear this. Right? They said, "Oh, this gun is, best accurate gun I've ever had," or anything else. Well, I know I'm not a gun guru. I've only been doing guns about a year and a half. But I would imagine in the last 20 years, the way technology has gone, right? Every damn gun is accurate unless the sights are off. You know what I'm saying? No, every gun, no matter what gun it is, it's going to, if you put it in a machine and hold it, it's going to hit target. It's going to hit the bullseye. So how can you say one's more accurate than the other? I think people are doing that this is my opinion. As I said at the beginning of the show, you know, I talk whatever crosses my mind, which means it's my opinion. Is I think how it feels. Example, it is unloaded. It's got a dummy thing in there. And if I point it at the camera, pull the trigger, which I'm going to do, a red light will flash. I got a little laser thing inside it. I'll be practicing it on my target across the room there.
That would have been so funny if you had shot the camera.
Yeah, it would have been. The camera exploded. Boom.
You left one in the chamber, Rick.
Yeah. Anyway, where I'm going with this is a great. I can hit the target with this.
Yeah.
Right. But I have to concentrate more. And what I'm saying is my 1911. It feels like I'm putting it in my hand. I can just sort of like point and shoot and hit the target. It's so much easier than this one. But they're both accurate. So I think it comes down to feel more than saying a gun is more accurate than another one. I think it's how it feels in your hand and stuff, how the trigger works and all that. So. Do you understand? It says, well, this is the most accurate gun I've ever shot. Well, it's more like it's the best filling gun you've had in your hand. Or am I wrong, guys? Tell me if I'm wrong.
I love my 1911.
You know? Because what I'm saying is, I see this in a lot of reviews and stuff. They go, this is the best, most accurate gun I've ever shot, you know?
Yeah, right.
As I said, every gun is accurate unless the sights are off when it comes from the manufacturer.
Or unless the user is awful at shooting.
Yeah. Another thing is like if you change your own sights, you got to make sure you do it right, because you could be off on that too. You know, but normally as a gun comes from the factory, and it's going to hit you aim it at the bullseye, and there's no outside interference. It's going to hit the bullseye. They're all made that way. They're not made to shoot off target, you know? So that's my opinion. And if you don't like it, well, too bad. Oh, come on. Nobody's arguing with me on that one.
Oh.
You know, then when you
Didn't you just tell them if they don't agree with you, too bad?
You know? So everybody agrees with me. When you see videos being made and they say best accurate gun, call them out on it. You know? Let's start something, you know? I want to be the next James Yeager. Hey, has he got his channel back yet?
No.
Think he ever will?
No.
I know he has the second one, Tactical Response.
I don't ever think he'll get his channel back because he doesn't have millions of subscribers. He has thousands of supporters, but the problem is, in order to get your channel back like that, you have to literally be one of those guys that has millions of subscribers.
Yeah.
Where people will literally go up in arms and say, we'll stop using YouTube if you don't bring him back. And when it's 1 million people, then yeah, YouTube will do something. But if you only have 1,000, they could give two shits about 1,000.
Yeah. But then again, for argument's sake, if you got hypothetical thing here, say Hickok 45 got 2.5 million subscribers. Goes to YouTube, bringing back or else. I mean, the money he's making, do you think he's going to follow up?
We got a troll out there.
What?
We got a troll out there.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Bots.
I don't know how to get rid of them.
Click the 3 dots next to them, next to what they said, and it should say ban or block. Out there on the YouTube chat.
3 dots.
See them? You select where they said something. You just left click over there, and there should be 3 dots to come up right next to them. Say block.
Ah, okay, yeah, I got it. Block. There you go, they're blocked, and then
delete the message.
Yeah.
All right.
Who's calling me a dummy? Tumu calling me a dummy.
No, he's calling the bottom dummy.
Oh.
And that's right, Grim 90. Boom! Troll is gone.
Hey, there you go. See, I mean, I never knew how to do that.
Well, now you know, and no one's half the battle. G.I. Joe.
So, I mean, is that how you do the moderator? You want to make somebody a moderator too?
Yeah. You just click on those 3 dots, and it should say make moderator. So, if you need a moderator, a good moderator is Grim 90.
Yes. So, what do you do? Click next to his name?
Hey, you click next to his name like you did to ban a person. Instead of ban, it said it'd make moderator right there.
Okay. All right. He is now. So that means he can go. So, hey, Dano.
He did everything, Dano. He didn't just do one thing. You don't just ban them. You block them, then you ban them, and then you delete their message. You have to have all 3, otherwise they'll keep coming back.
There you go. So now this means that Grim's moderator, he can go in there and ban him for me if I don't do it. Is that what that means?
Yes, that's what that means. That means somebody
you
else
can join us. Go over to Gun Channels and join us there, Dano, if you want it. The link's in the chat.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know. He might be angry he might be angry at me because I went and made excerpts of last week's chat.
Oh. Oh.
You know, we're saying I was
right. Is right. I was in that chat when he done that.
That's great.
I was there. I witnessed it. And that is his voice. He cannot deny it. I was there.
Now, I want you to record what I'm about to say. Once again, Night Strike is right.
we don't need Dano in here. We got him right here.
That's right. All right. So, what was that? We done that. Oh, I passed my half hour to my quiz for the patch of the pistol. All right.
Get one out.
All right. Now, I need you guys to keep a lookout who comes up first.
I have something of critical importance to say to the universe. I shall not be denied.
Hey, Dana. So, all right.
Good afternoon.
The quick quiz for the patch. Answer in the chat room. Real easy question. You ready? What shotgun was used in the later stages of World War II? What we got? We got anything?
Do you have a particular country of origin? I mean, for like which army?
The American. Didn't say American, but I'm assuming it means, yeah. What shotgun was used in the later stages of World War II? Yeah, American. I think.
Hey, Rick, give us the answer in the side chat here so we know whether someone got the right one or not.
It's All I Do Is America.
All I Do Is America too.
America. Right. Hang on a minute.
America.
Chat. Put it over there. You see, you're asking me to do too much here.
That's what I thought it was.
You got yourself a moderator, so that's like having a part-time slave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take care of you. Yeah, sometimes in that particular username, I've seen that before, and they always, when that individual comes in, it's always trouble.
Yeah. So nobody got the answer. Nobody's got the answer. Oh, come on, people. It ain't that hard. Man, Dano's mic's picking me up.
Old Myco. Okay, let's give him the question again. Maybe they didn't hear you.
What shotgun was used in the later stages of World War II? Talking about American Army. Or, American military. Let's put it that way.
U.S. military shotgun.
Yeah, U.S. military shotgun was used in World War II. The question says later stages.
Later stages of World War II.
I thought that was an easy question.
It is an easy question.
Come on, people, look it up online. Google it. Give me an answer.
Okay, Rolf got it. Raphael got it out there on the gun channel side.
Yes, he did.
Go ahead and tell the people what it is.
Oh, the Ithaca, is that how you pronounce it? 37.
Ithaca 37.
Now, that's what you want. Send me an email to Rick's Life, as I see it, at gmail.com with your address, and I will mail it out to you.
I'm going to grab a cup of coffee. I'll be right back.
All right.
Go for it.
So, there you go. Good going, Raph. So, then now at the end of the, well, not the end of the show, towards the hour, 4 o'clock-ish, we do the email quiz.
Oh, my, the email quiz.
And that will be for the deck of Old West playing cards. And actually, I looked up on the website on Gun Channels or Gun Web or whatever channel he sells them on. 1911 he sells these for.
1911.
I think it's 1911, $19.11. I think that's what he has them down as.
Rick, doesn't that sound rather ominous?
It does. It does.
Remember, G-Webs is also a proponent of 45 ACP like myself.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, it's a damn good, deck of cards. So, you got a chance of winning it at the end of the show. I said, and Ghost Tactical won it this week. I did send him a link, but he never showed up. So,
well, Ghost is probably busy.
Yeah. Hey, Alaska, how you doing? 2 Live Move, 12 gauge Winchester. No, it wasn't.
And you got to give us the model. So if you had said like a Winchester 97 or a Winchester 1897, that was a shotgun used in World War II and World War I, but it wasn't the one he was looking for.
Exactly.
It was still.
I do have a kind of a geek question because it's a level of detail that most people never go into, but with many arms, small arms, and other various small things in general, there were a lot of manufacturers that made one thing before the war, and yet that had nothing to do with whether it be cookware or firearms, whatever. Yet during the war, we're absolutely making them. Singer Sewing Machine Company is one. International Harvester Company is another. There's all sorts of them out there. So my question is was that shotgun made by other companies and stamped with their name.
I don't believe so. Those companies pretty much only did. Singer was really known for just doing the 1911s, and they only made a small amount of them. I think only about 1,000 of them.
Right. I was just using that as an example of one of many things. I mean, some made Durans, some made pistols, some made cookware. I mean,
but International Harvester, as well as a bunch of other companies, made tons of Garands. Well, even after the war, just because they were still contractually obligated to fulfill the orders. Granted, the government did cancel a couple of the orders, but after World War II, they decided to just let the orders be fulfilled.
Yeah. A lot of companies made the 1911, didn't they?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was what was it? I was listening to what's name's chat, the Guns and Gear. Earlier, I was listening to his podcast.
Yep. The one like last night.
Was it
Guns and Gear review? The new guy to gun channels.
Yeah. Guns and Gears review. He done a show. What was that yesterday? Sometime was it yesterday?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I saw part of it.
Yeah, he was talking about those 1911s that are the 10,000 that are going to be released. That they made special rules or something for you to get them. You have to be a member of some shooting club or something.
Well, that's because they're through the CMP, which is Civilian Marksmanship Program. They've always had special rules like what you're talking about.
Oh yeah. So, but then again, they're out of my price range anyway. They're going to be $800 to $1,000. I can't raise that kind of cash just like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I need to make a correction. I said 1,000 Singer pistols were made. It's actually 500. I was off by 500.
Is that old Singer made?
Yeah, Singer only made like 500 of them.
But getting back to the CMP, that organization, its sole purpose is to get the at the time it was created, the fighting age male population of the United States familiar with marksmanship in case of a future war. So that's why they have they want people to take them and actually shoot them to the point of being effective. That's why they have there, you need to be a member of a club and you have to be using them in some sort of way that's going to encourage you to become a better marksman.
Right. I have no problem with that, Dano. I would like to join a club and I would like to participate in some of those competitions just so I can become a better shot myself and, be more accurate. I want a Garand, but I can't afford one, especially at the outrageous prices, because some people have gotten like 8 a year when they had that policy and just resold like either all of them or 1 or 2 of them and, raise the prices of the Garands. Also, the scarcity of them has also raised the price.
The program has absolutely been abused by some people. You are correct, but not everybody has abused it. I mean, so no, I don't want to paint it with a wide brush.
I'm not painting with a wide brush. I'm just mentioning something that has been mentioned before.
I didn't say you. I said I don't want to.
All right, we got it. Let's before you guys start shooting each other in a duel here, let's move on.
I'll do dueling banjos first before I do dueling guns, because I ain't doing dueling guns. I'm a bad shot already. Everyone knows this.
Yeah, dueling banjos, huh? Squill, piggy, squill. That's a great movie. It really was.
It was.
Although every time I think about it, I think I should watch that movie again, but I never do. But I always think I should watch that movie again.
Yeah, I say the same
one
thing.
Of those movies.
Yeah. Oh, I was hoping John would be here because we're the one that first talking about it. But I got a phone call yesterday. Because you guys know I have trouble staying in or walking great distances. I got a phone call yesterday that my electric scooter will be delivered on Tuesday. You know, so I'll be able to take it. I'll be able to. What I'm hoping for is I'm going to use it down at the shooting range, the gun range, for like walking back and forth to the targets. I can, because that kills me. It really does. I walk there, and the time I walk back, I'm sort of leaning against my truck, waiting for the pain to subside before I can shoot. This way, I can zip up there on my electric scooter and zip back.
Right.
And actually, I might practice learning to shoot from it, because you know what I'm saying. Somebody might come up to me while I'm on the thing, thinking I'm going to be an easy target, because if he's on one of those, he's got to be got
to be on drugs or something.
He's going to be weakling or something. He's going to yeah. He said it on my so.
Rich is no easy target. Rick is no easy target, period.
No. So anyway, I just happened to mention that. I wrote that down because John was the first one I was talking to him about it. See, now only problem is they asked me when I first got it. They said, "What color you want?" I said, "Camo," and they said, "Well, you only got a choice of red or blue." I got it coming in blue.
All right,
we can put it we'll put it in the workshop and get it repainted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we can put it. We can do that wrap stuff and put wrap camo around it.
Now I gotta. What I do have coming on it is a rack to carry a walker. I have a walker. I don't use it. But what I thought was I had the rack because it looks like one of those gun racks in the back of trucks. And I thought, oh, perfect. Put my shotgun across it. Oh, some of the things I think about, Yeah. So
when you immediately mentioned it, that's what I thought. Rick's gonna put a shotgun on it.
Oh yeah. And from what I understand, I read up on it and I've talked to watched YouTube things on them and stuff. That actually it will like the range. It's like gravel, but firm. And so this thing will ride on it. It'll go across grass, gravel. It will even go through a couple of inches of snow too. It's not meant to, but it will do it. So I think that'll work great down the range. Plus, I mean, I thought it'd be great too if when I do buy my rifle, right, and I had that 300-yard range, I could ride it down to the 300 area and put a target up. You know what I'm saying? If I wanted to, but they have still targets at 300 yards, so I doubt if I go down there. But I might, because every time I go to the range, the still targets I use, I paint them. I take my panic, and every time I go back, I got to repaint them because they've been blasted to hell. Feeling abused. Nobody else seems to want to paint them. So, anyway, now I'm waffling on now. But let me. Does anyone have the latest on the Hearing Protection Act? As far as I know, it's still sitting on the shelf for our Rhino, the Speaker of the House, put it. So they need. I don't know. Do you think? I don't think that's going to pass this year. I really don't. It might next year, but I don't think it's going to pass this year. Unfortunately, and it should be able to. It should be able to. But another thing too, I was looking at that the vote, 231 to 198. Now, is that a good majority as votes go?
Enough.
I know it was enough, but you had nearly 200 people that were against it.
Doesn't matter. I mean, either it passes by the rules of the house that it's in, or it doesn't. I mean, it's like pregnancy. Either it passes or it doesn't. Either pregnant or you're not.
Yeah. Yeah. So now, as I said, we talked about it earlier, and I wasn't going to talk about it anymore. But I know it's been read twice in the Senate, and it's sitting in the committee right now. So that's where we're at on that one. What have I got next on this? Oh yeah, I I wrote this down last night when I was it last night's chat? I can't remember whose chat it was in, but I think I was in the chat at the time. Was Clover asked about duct tape, and I was thinking we have a lot of it here around Westerly and Groton area. Everybody calls it EB green because it comes from the submarine boatyard. They use it in the submarines. Kind of scary thought, isn't it? A submarine might be held together with duct tape, but they use it to hold, like when they're doing the electrical wiring and stuff, and they use it to hold stuff inside the sub. And that stuff is so sticky that it is unreal. Many a car is held together up here in this part of the country with that stuff.
Well, what they're using, and I'll speak specifically to the Navy, specifically to the submariner fleet. I don't know about the surface ships. Is not ordinary duct tape, as you and I think of it. It is a several steps above and beyond in strength of material and adhesive. You've heard of 100-mile-an-hour tape?
Yeah.
It's similar in quality to that.
Oh yeah. I mean, this is good stuff. I mean, I the last roll I had, I run out of, but I got.
But it's literally just until they can get the right type of device to secure it to the ship. I mean, because you go to sea with only so many spare parts.
Yeah.
And if you have an unusual way to connect a cable harness, you may not have another one of those clamps of the right type in hand. And if you can modify something else, you will. But if you can't, then the last option is the high-end tape.
Oh yeah, yeah. As I said, everybody. I mean, because basically, with the thousands of people that work in the shipyard here, of course, I mean, it gets out. People put one in their pocket when it's quitting time and walk out with it and stuff. And that's how it circulated in the civilian market here. It's somebody knows somebody who works in the shipyard. But the shipyard has actually started to tighten up on that kind of stuff now. Before they used to be able to, no wonder the defense budget was so high, the amount of stuff that used to go disappearing from that place from the stories I've heard. But I said, I got a friend that works there, and he gets me a roll of, we call it, I said, EB green duct tape. It's some damn good stuff.
You getting your tax money back?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, is it snowing down there where you guys are? We got it here today. Snow finally reached the Northeast. It's amazing that Texas got snow before we did. Yeah.
And then Northern Illinois, where I'm at, we got a dusting, but that's it.
Yeah, Matt did a video on Facebook, and he calls it Snowpocalypse 2017 because even Brownsville got snow.
Have they ever had it before?
I don't think they've ever. Well, not. I don't think.
I mean, that's way down there. That's way south.
Yeah, it's way south.
Yeah.
It's like right next to the border almost.
Yeah, yeah.
And the fact that he got snow, wow, climate changer.
Oh yeah. I mean, like snow today. I mean, what did we get? Maybe inch so far. I don't think we're gonna get any more than that today. But it's meant to snow again next week.
Well, do you know what I've been having?
Sunshine?
No, I've been having tons and tons of rain. Nothing but rain all week.
Oh, yeah?
So I didn't get snow. I just got really cold ass temperatures and lots of cold rain.
Yeah, I mean, with that rain, like up here.
Not cold enough for it to freeze though.
Yeah, I mean, well, it didn't turn into snow because
we're talking 40s, but still, that's cold for me because it's usually 70 degrees all year round here.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's global warming for you. You know. No. Anyway, what was the other thing I was going to talk about? There was something. What did I write? I wrote it down here. Where was it? Unless anybody else got any questions? Oh, Alaska. Yeah, I would love to do. I mean, I'm not sure I would ever. Right now, I would never buy a suppressor because I don't want to go through all the bullshit. But yeah, I would love to be able to walk in there and do the 4473. You know, and there you go. Walk out with your suppressor or silencer, or whatever you want to call them. Now, what is the correct name? As the man who invented them, his name was Silencer. Wasn't there Silence or something? And that's why they were called silencers?
No, they were suppressors. They're technically, you're supposed to call them suppressors, but people call them silencers. But the person who invented suppressors was I think it's either the son or the grandson of the inventor of the Maxim machine gun.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've tried to, I mean, as you know, where I go for breakfast, they're all a bunch of liberals.
You need to find a better place to go to breakfast.
Hey, my man, he gives me a great breakfast. He's a friend of mine. I tell you.
He's a friend of yours, and then he tells you to get out.
I'll link I got a Facebook page. I have to link it somehow and take it.
So do your friends tolerate you because you just don't bring the subject up when you're there?
Oh, they always bring it up to me. I don't start it. They start it. They always, because they know I'm a Trump fan. I was talking Trump up before, during the elections, and they would laugh at me.
Make America great again.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll say that all the time I was in there. And when he won the following day, I walked in there singing "Zippity Doo Dah."
Rick, good man, Rick.
Oh yeah. And so now, I don't. And he was going on today because somehow the topic got on to concealed carry, because I brought some, and I said, well, and they know I don't bring it up, but one day I slipped up and said I was going for my license last year. So, I was telling my friend I was going for it, and I got it. So he gets all, I said, look, I sit here every morning. I said, I don't talk about it, but I got one sitting here on my hip. I said, I'm the most law-abiding citizen because the crap I take from you, I would have shot you by now if I wasn't.
Grim, sick him. The troll's back.
Oh, he didn't think that was funny. I was laughing my head off. But where was I going with this morning? I totally lost my track of thought because he said something today that really was really asinine. It really was, and it was and I forgot what it was. Damn it! No, it's gone. It's totally gone. So it couldn't have been that important anyway. It was just something that caught me this morning. But they are a bunch of liberals. Those it's unreal. But back to that, But I was telling them that we are the most law-abiding citizens, and stuff. And I'm trying to think what they went on about something, and
Well, I would think that, being that you have your breakfast, just simply by asking them questions, like somebody comes in here with a gun right now and says, and grabs you, says, get down on your knees. What are you going to do? And what are you going to wish that you could have done? Or do you just want to be a martyr? I mean, because there's nothing wrong. If somebody wants to be a martyr,
they don't have an answer for it. I mean, like he goes to me, he goes, yeah, but you carry. He said, you'll never. He said, this you're so good. He said, you'll be so damn slow. He says, he was locking the front door because I was still sitting there drinking coffee when he closed. I went in there late this morning, and he goes, well, he said, he was maybe, I don't know, 15, 20 feet from me.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, well, if I came at you with a knife right now, you said you wouldn't be able to get that gun out in time. I said, no. I said, I can bet you what. I said, you will more than likely get damn close to me, and you might get me with that knife. But I said, I will have that gun out, and I said, I will put a bullet in you.
And that knife better be fatal instantly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because if it's not fatal instantly,
he would have, what it says, 21 feet, they can come there in less than a second or just over a second or something.
Which is bullshit.
It's
more than that. People just overestimate. Or they underestimate. One of the two.
Hey, but tool of roll works if you're in the law of court.
Yeah.
So anyway, I said, yeah, you better make sure it does me in good. I said, because I will have that gun out. I said, I practice pulling it out. He goes, you do? I said, well, yeah, do you think I just carry it, for looks? I said,
you can't carry it for looks. It's concealed.
I know. That's what I said. He said, what do you do? I said, I practice, because I wear sort of like a flannel jacket, thing.
But didn't he tell you he didn't want you carrying while you were in there?
Yeah. But I told him also, if you don't let me carry it, I said, I'll go eat elsewhere. He said, well, I'll let you do it, but don't play with it. I said, have you ever seen me touch it? I said, I don't even fiddle with it. I said,
don't even touch it.
I said, or anything. I said, the only person that mentions it is you. I go to it. But anyway, we were practicing. I said, yeah, I practice. I said, I practice sweeping my jacket back, lifting my shirt up, and pulling it out. What I did, I don't know if I mentioned this last week. I have gone back to shooting right-handed because I've noticed I hit but we're back to my thing on accuracy on the gun. Even though I'm more accurate with my right hand.
I got desk mopped.
Than I am with my left hand. Even though I am naturally left-handed. I do everything left-handed. I write left-handed. I bat left-handed.
My brother.
What?
I'm left-handed too.
you're giving in. This is the only panel of lefties on gun channels.
Yeah, but
no, there's more. We just don't talk about it. But I can shoot either left or right-handed.
But ever since when I damaged my hand so bad at work, I was out on workers' comp for a year, where my wrist was all torn up, and they operated and they effed that up. So I don't have the strength in there anymore. I noticed when I hold it, even with two hands, it's like I have the shakes with it because I can't hold it steady because I don't have the strength in that hand anymore. So I learned once that operation happened. I learned. I went to an actual instructor to teach me to shoot right-handed because I didn't even know how to hold it right-handed at first because I said I'm so left-hand dominant. It was unreal. I mean, I don't want to go into great details here on the air, but even doing washing myself in the shower and stuff, I had to learn to use my right hand. You know what I'm saying? Because I do everything left-handed. Even now, like I'll pick up my coffee cup left-handed. So for me to be more comfortable shooting right is rare. It's weird, but that's why I've gone back to shooting right-handed. But I hold the cane in my right hand for walking. So I'm going to have to let go of the cane. I can stand without the cane, and I can walk without it. Not very good, but I can. But see, I have to let go of the cane.
At that moment, first of all, you don't have to stand, but standing certainly helps. So if you can stand, you're probably 95% good to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the ability to move on your feet only has nothing to do with your ability to shoot accurately. That just means making it more difficult for him to hit you.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. You're right. I said I can move. If all worst happens, I can fall over, so I won't be up. Right? It'll be shooting up, and I'll be It'll be shooting above me as I'm hitting the ground. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to be trying to pull tactics. I get that. It's not about, you know, whether it's medical conditions or age or other things. It's not about your ability to move and pull operator level stunts in the middle of McDonald's. No, it's about, you know, the factor of you being able to get it out at an appropriate time and be able to use it effectively. It's not about you pulling dance moves in McDonald's. And I say that because people think you have to have some super level of agility and expertise and all this other stuff just to defend yourself, and that's a fallacy.
But Dano, you're an expert at pulling dance moves in McDonald's.
I don't know about that, but
Yeah.
I'm giving you a compliment, so just take it, all right?
Well, anyway, put this on pause. I mean, we're at the hour mark here, but we keep on going for a little bit longer. But I promise to do the quiz for the West playing cards. So you got to email the answer to this one to me at Rick's Life as I see it. It's all one word at gmail.com. Now, the question is, during the Vietnam era, which subgun was created for the U.S. Navy SEALs?
Good question.
During the Vietnam era, which subgun was created for the U.S. Navy SEALs? There you go. So that's an email answer. So email me at Rick's Life as I see it at gmail.com. And the deck of cards. These are really great too. So
I think I know the answer to this one. But I'm not going to tell anyone, but I'll sell you the answer.
Go in $20 and I'll give you
$20.
$20.
$20.
So that's it. Anyway, back to that was the quiz. So email you got to next Friday midnight. Come up with the answer. So anyway, back to what we're saying about now. Like you do a lot of training, Dano. What I want to look at is like I don't know, were you in the room here when I mentioned that my scooter's coming?
Yes.
Like, now, do they do? I'm not saying where you go, but have you ever heard of training for people who have handicaps, or do they, you know, or
yes,
you know, that's what I need to find. Something.
Yeah.
You know,
for the most part, they may not necessarily put it on their webpage, but if you find a place that's convenient for you to go and is offering the type of information and skills level training, is to call them, let them know what your situation is, and then ask them if you were to take that class, you know, given that limitation, would you still be able to get something out of it? And you know, that would be worth your time.
Yeah.
And are there some things that you know, obviously there's a few things you won't be able to do, but are there some things that they would be able to work around your issue? And I would be surprised if they said no.
Oh yeah, I'll give that. Yeah, okay. All right.
They just need to be aware of it before you get there, so when they come to your lane, they can adapt what they're trying to show you for your situation, but they have to be aware of it. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And some people, you know, may not want to deal with it. That's why you need to call ahead of time, just to make sure that they're open-minded.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, also, of course, wherever they're teaching might not be able to accommodate it.
Right. I'm thinking they may say no, not because they don't want to, but because they don't necessarily know how to guide you.
Yeah.
And I would give somebody a kudos for turning down business, because it's easy to say, oh yeah, I can do anybody. No, not anybody necessarily has the knowledge to show someone who has limited abilities how to use that to their advantage.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I was looking for something that, because I would imagine, like, if I'm on that cart and I'm, you know, what's the word for it, attacked or challenged or whatever, I would imagine it'd be almost like shooting from a car. That I'm not shooting out of a window, through a window, but getting it out of the seat. You know what I'm saying?
You've got mail.
So,
that wasn't
But
me
you
this
also
time.
have, I'm going to call them, for lack of a better word, certain advantages that Night Strike may not have. And let me explain something. What I mean by that. Let's say I'm the bad guy and we're in your coffee shop. Now, I don't know how your coffee shop is laid out, so we're not going to talk about that. But when I see you at a scooter at a table with a handful of other guys, as well as a few other customers and employees in the store, I'm going to look at you as the bad guy, as the lowest threat there. So if my tool of choice is out in the open, and I'm either pointing it at somebody around, you're probably the last person I'm going to focus my tool on, as well as the last person I'm going to focus my attention on. That is to your advantage to, when the moment is right, if you choose to, and if you think it's the right thing to do, to unholster your firearm, and then keeping it out of sight, and then when appropriate, taking it into action. Because they're not going to pay attention. Most people are going to look at you as, oh, you're a non-threat. You're a non-threat, and they will treat you as such.
yeah, yeah.
They're much more worried about whether it be the cook with the knife, the owner at the register, or more military age males in the restaurant who, and I don't mean like they might be in the military, but I mean they're physically fit.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, from that scenario, that would be an advantage. Where the other scenario I'm thinking of, say for argument, I'm coming out of Walmart in the parking lot, and I'm just tooling over to my vehicle. To
Right.
me, I would, and there's a couple of people are scanning the parking lot, see who they can rob or whatever. They might think, oh look, he's handicapped. He's going to be an easy target.
Right.
We'll push him out of his cart. You know what I'm saying? And take whatever groceries or gifts he's got. So I mean, that's where I need to learn to be able to take care of myself there.
Well, and that's something that on the prevention side that everybody can learn, and it's important for everybody, but it's even more important for somebody with limitations. And that's situational awareness. As an example, that's one. If it's first of all, don't go there when it's dark where you can't see behind cars, but actually intentionally look between cars to see if anybody's on the side. Park in a place where people can't crouch behind other cars, or it's very open. Like if you have the ability to park in a place where it's handicapped, that's usually a bigger spot.
Yeah.
So it's hard for people to hide around your car. Get in the habit of, the moment you get in the car, you lock the doors.
I do that.
That's not the first thing.
I do that now. And even
but it's just
when I'm walking out of the door of Walmart's to my vehicle, I walk slow anyway. But even now, I even stop while I'm walking and look around, see what's happening.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you need to do that for traffic, but you need, as people as well. But you need to keep your whichever hand you end up, deciding to use, your left or your right, that whenever before you leave the building, that you have that hand free at all times.
Well, see, that's where I'm saying is, going back to right-handed, and I the cane's in my right hand because it's my left leg that gives me my trouble. So you carry the cane, you use the cane in the opposite leg. You know?
But until you're secured in your vehicle, you need to keep whichever is going to be your firing arm. And I realize it may slow you down some as far as packages and stuff, but it's not about convenience. It's about addressing your concern in where you're very vulnerable in a parking lot situation.
Yeah, yeah.
And keeping that arm free and available is very important. Because if you tie it up with groceries, you've just undone yourself.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So, and I'm not trying to play the role of the trainer here. But that's what a good trainer, situational awareness and preventative things you can do when you that apply to everybody, whether you have limitations or not. I mean, the mother coming out of the Walmart, you know, keeping her whatever her arm she would use to defend her children or herself free and available. But it's not convenient for a lot of people, so they don't. But then they place an obstacle in their way by doing so. They put convenience ahead of security. And that's the decision they make, and they have to live or die with the consequences.
Oh, yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. And I do that. I mean, I have my awareness has got better and better. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when I first started, when I had training to shoot right-handed, I mean, it went more and just beyond, you know, learning how to hold it, shoot it, and hit the target. I mean, we done some, because I told her basically I'm using it for carrying, and we went on and done a little bit of, what's the word for it? A little bit of tactical training or whatever. But I could walk. I didn't use a cane then.
Right.
You know, the canes only come in the last sort of year. So I mean, so I understand where you're coming from on that. But now that I got worse, I need to find out, you know, need to do some more. I have found out, though, I did find out that the, is it the IDP or A or whatever? The one that the defensive shooting thing.
IPSC?
Not IPSC, it's the other one.
Oh, USPCA?
And no, it has a D in it because it's.
Oh, okay. You talking about for insurance?
No, for the shooting at the targets.
Okay.
IDPA.
Is that the one? Yeah. Now
International Defensive Pistol Association.
That's the one. That's the one. They run. What's the word they use for it? Sets or whatever for people in wheelchairs.
Stages.
Yeah, they have stages for people in wheelchairs and stuff. So, you know, you just got to let them know that you're handicapped and like you're being a wheelchair or you're being on an electric scooter or whatever, and they work it out that you can still do it. I mean, you might have to miss some stages or your time, and you ain't going to win because you ain't going to be the fastest because you ain't running. You know what I'm saying? But they have it where you can actually compete. They have tolerances they allow for it. You know, I found that out, so I thought I might try that.
And I think that's a great thing because it allows more people to enjoy themselves.
Yeah, they do. Anyway, oh yeah, Grim's got it down there. IDPA. I'm, you know, good man.
Good man, Grim.
Yeah, Grim's the man. You know, so you don't have, you can't make moderators on gun channels, can you?
Yes, you can, but it's not as easy.
Oh. It's not as easy, so
I ain't gonna worry about it then.
Because usually, if there's a troll on gun channels, I'm usually all over them like a fat man at a buffet.
Yeah.
I ban them as fast as I can.
I mean, I've never seen any.
Oh, we've had a couple. Dan Owner knows this guy because this guy keeps coming back. That if you get shot by a 50 AE in the face, can you survive?
Oh God, that guy.
I have banned him 3 times already. 3 times. And for anyone out there listening that doesn't know, it's just a bot or a troll or whatever that just says, if you get shot in the face, you know, by a 50 AE, could you survive? And all they do is just spam that over and over again. They don't even try and have a conversation. They don't do anything. So it's literally just a bot.
Right. It's just somebody put it up there to irritate people like us.
Okay. Anyway, gentlemen, it's gone to 4:15. We're running. I've run out. I don't have anything left on my list here, so I am going to call it a day on the chat here. So I want to thank Raphael, Moon, Two Live Moo, Grim, of course, Dano on the chat there, Night Strike.
Travis Great out there is saying, so Midnight Range TM is banned then because he's the biggest troll. And then Grim90 responds, food troll. No, see, the thing about Grim90 is about Travis somebody Travi. Midnight Range TM, other Travis. The thing about him is he's already bribed us with food. That's why he doesn't get banned.
Well, I don't know. I have not received my shipment of food yet, so I'm still on the line about that.
You got to email him for it.
Well, anyway, I want to say thank all of you for sitting there listening for the hour to us ramble on, especially me. You know, but I do appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I need all the subscriptions I can. If you want to sponsor me, I'll take anything. You know,
I'm the same.
Hey, I'll take anything. If you want me to, if you got a special condom you want me to sponsor, I'll stand here and do it. You know.
And let's all think positive thoughts this coming week as Rick receives his new mobile device, and that he doesn't tip over and break his hip.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
You might want to, strap some pillows around you or something.
Yeah. Oh, actually, it comes with a seatbelt, believe it or not. So, anyway.
Where was that 20 years ago?
I know, but I got my main priority is seeing if I can make sure that shotgun can sit on there, right?
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, gentlemen, thank you very much. And next week, same time, same place. Thank you all. Wrapping it up.